today I'm going to present you about the infiltrations of our project. What is the infiltrations? Infiltration is the process which is water move and enters downward through the soils. It influences surface runoff and groundwater recharge and soil moisture. The objective of our project is, for the set 1, is to determine infiltrations rate using a single ring PVC infiltrometer. For the objective of set 2 is to determine infiltration rate using a double ring PVC infiltrometer and reduce lateral flow rate.
Okay, today I will briefly discuss about my problem statement in infiltration. So the first of all, efficient drainage system planning and design requires accurate soil infiltration rate data. However, in many study areas, especially in development zones, information related to soil infiltration rate is still limited or not recorded in detail. The absence of valid soil infiltration data can lead to an accurate estimate in surface runoff calculation, thus increasing the risk of flash floods and failure of drainage infrastructure function. Therefore, a study on measuring soil infiltration rate using PVC pipe through the ring infiltration test method needs to be carried out to obtain empirical data that can be analyzed and used as a basic. So, difference in hydrological assessment and proposal, which is improving the drainage system in the study area. So, that's all from me. Thank you.
Next, I want to talk about methodology for this hydro project. First, I want to talk about materials. The materials that we use is single ring PVC pipe, double ring PVC pipe with different diameters, rubber mallet, masking tape and marker pens, stopwatch, water container and water supply, basic hand tools and recording. We have two procedures for this infiltration project. First, single ring infiltration. Cut and mark the intervals inside the PVC pipe. Then select a flat area to clear the soil surface. Then install the pipe into the soil about 70% of its length. Pour water into pipe. Record the water level using the stopwatch and repeat the test with 3 times. After that, for double ring infiltration, we use 2 pipes of different diameters. We mark that intervals inside the inner ring only. We install both rings into the soil for 70% of their length. We add water for the outer ring only to maintain the level of water until saturation. Then we add water to the inner ring and start the stopwatch. Record the water level until infiltration stabilizes.
Next, I want to talk about the site's descriptions. It was conducted at UTHM Residential College, Department of Civil Engineering. Other than that, it was open outdoor with a flat natural soil. Last but not least, it was free from heavy traffic and surface runoff, and is suitable for single ring and double ring infiltration tests.
And I'm gonna talk about results. The results from the single ring and double ring infiltration test in table and graph form. For both tests, the water level decreased with time, showing infiltration into the soil. At the beginning, the infiltration rate is high, then it gradually decreases with time. The single ring test shows a higher and more variable infiltration rate. The double ring test shows a lower and more stable infiltration rate. This difference can be clearly seen in the graph, where the double ring curve becomes steady earlier than the single ring. Overall, the result shows a consistent trend between the tables and the graph.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Today I want to talk about analysis and discussion for our project. From the beginning, the infiltration rate increased because of the water absorption into the soil. Then, after time by time, it becomes constant, which is the soil is saturated. Based on our data and results, the highest infiltration rate as an average is the single ring infiltrometer, which is 360 mm per hour. However, the double ring got the lowest infiltration rate, which is 340 mm per hour as an average. For discussion, there are some errors that is possible for it to happen during experiment. First, during hammering, which is the PVC pipe probably hammered unevenly. Next, during pouring the water, because during the water there will be some splashing or overflow, which leads to loss of water and will affect the infiltration rate. Lastly, reading measurement can also be one of the error, because there will be some delay during the stopwatch, which will affect the measurement time.
So
That's all
we
from
come to the conclusion that in this experiment, we found that the infiltration rate was different for set 1, which is single ring, and set 2, which is double ring. The double ring test gave better and more steady readings because the outer ring helps keep the water from moving sideways. From the results, the soil at our test area shows low ability to absorb water. Overall, the double ring method is more reliable than the single ring method for measuring infiltration.
Test. That's all from us. Thank you.